Welcome to my first, yes, totally first review and unboxing of this. No, just kidding, it's my first. But honestly, with this packaging, it literally looks like it got drop kicked by Dan Carter down the try line. But yeah, so this retails for around $70 to $80 depending on where you buy it from. I bought it off eBay, so I didn't get much of a deal, but you could get a better deal off Banggood or something with a coupon code from a YouTuber or something. So the version that I got was the red switch black keyboard. As you can see here, there you go, we got red switch and black keyboard. Now there are 4 types. One is black backlit with only gold, black RGB, white with only a blue tint as a backlit, and white as RGB. And of course I got the RK61 black keyboard red switch with RGB because RGB makes you perform better, obviously. So yeah. So if you are looking for a full-size keyboard, this is not the keyboard for you. This is a 60% budget keyboard oriented towards budget people. The people who are looking to stay within a budget within around 100 for their setup or something. First impressions, absolutely amazing. The packaging, not so much. But on the back, we have the 2 QR codes. One for their website and one for their manual. You can scan that if you'd like, and we have a layout of the keyboard here. So let's get to opening it. So we open it. If you don't know how to open it, just pull this tab back and lift it up, lay it down, and then the keyboard will reveal itself to you. So first, we get presented with the keyboard. Just list it from the top here. It's sealed in this strange plastic, but the packaging is not too bad, especially for a budget 60% keyboard. Put it over here for now. You're presented with the manual. The manual has the functions and of the keyboard and how to do Bluetooth pairing and such. And it does come in different languages like Japanese, German, Korean, I think. English, Deutsch, and Japanese. So if we lift this up, we get presented with a rubberized USB-C cable. Now before, back maybe a year ago, RK61 actually used to ship with mini USB ports, cables, but now they don't. And they switched to USB-C, which I'm very happy of because it's so much quicker and the input lag is like decreased by a lot. And there are 2 different types of keycap pullers that you can get. You can get a wired one or a standard plastic one. It's better to get the wired one, but I guess it's all up to chance on what you get. So let's just put this to the side and put that on here. Cable there, and let's present the keyboard itself. Okay, so first impressions, pretty heavy, but I imagine it's because of the actual battery that's inside of it. The battery in here can last for a really long time. I'll get into more detail later, but we'll just talk about the design. So this is an OEM profile keyboard, which means that it gradually goes up as the keys move up. So from spacebar to the F keys, it will get higher without any flip feed or anything. So we do have the standard RK labeling on the bottom right. I personally love this. It actually looks really clean. With the port, it is in the middle of the keyboard. Some people prefer left or right, but I don't personally mind. So this keyboard has minimal flex, very minimal flex. The build quality is amazing. Even though this is made out of plastic, the build quality is so good. for a 60% keyboard, that's really cheap. On the back, we have the labeling of our RK61, some serial number information, and the oh, let me just focus that. The off and on switch for the Bluetooth pairing. So it does have 4 rubberized feet, so that it keeps it from sliding around. And this does not have any flip up feet because it is already elevated, as you can see. Now, the way that this is designed is it has a hidden switch design, I think that's what you call it, and not a floating key design, which would show the switches from the top, on the top. And yeah, I used to have a keyboard before I gave it to my friend that was floating key design. It was around 75 and it was a full size using Otemu blue switches. But I didn't really like the design of it since it didn't really have the switches and kind of just went all around the place, like the RGB would just go everywhere. But with this, it's amazing because it keeps all of the RGB inside, and the white reflector plastic in the back accentuates the RGB amazingly. So the switches in here are red, like I said before, but I was expecting either Gaterons, Kales, or Otemus, not cherries, but it didn't have any of those. I don't know if my camera will focus that good. Oh gosh. But anyways, it says Huanos. I'll do some research on that later and probably pull it up, but like they feel absolutely amazing compared to any other switches that I've tried, red switches. They feel amazing. They haven't, like, absolutely barely any ping. Like, whenever you press it, there isn't any ping like my old keyboard did. If you type, it would just ding ding ding, like a metallic sense. But with this keyboard and these switches, absolutely not. Oh, I'll have to pull this out again. But anyways, so the keycaps are ABS plastic, double shot injected, which means that the legends will not fade off as they're being used. They are double shot and they are less thicker than actual PBT plastic. But one of the things I'll be doing with this keyboard is planning on either lubing the switches or changing the keycaps, which I've already bought the keycaps. So I'll need to do my research on these switches before I continue saying anything about them, before I get something wrong. But other than that, that should be it for what the design should look like. Actually, no. Since this is the black variant, it's very glossy, so I imagine that using any oil or greasy fingers will definitely show up on here. But that should be it for the design. Let's get into the actual using of this product. So here I've tried to route my USB as good as I can. This is actually my setup. This is actually how I play. Don't judge me. Speakers, a mouse bungee, camera, your mouse, you know, all the bells and whistles, totally. But yeah, I just routed it under behind my desk and into the front so that I could plug it into the keyboard. So how to plug in the keyboard? Grab the port and just plug it in. Once you hear the click, now we are already presented with an amazing breathing RGB, but there are many features to this which I think are absolutely amazing, so let's get into it. Alright, so now I'll switch to kind of a body cam feel, kind of. So one of the first features that I noticed is like the arrow keys. The arrow keys are very easy to use. You can toggle in between them. How do you do that? It's fine. Imagine actually reading the manual. But the simple way is, the simple like explanation is just to change the RGB. You just have to press FN and the backslash, and it will change the RGB. And to use the actual arrow keys without actually toggling it, you just press FN and then the arrow keys up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now to change the speed is to press either apostrophe to slow it down, and to speed it up is to use colon. Wait, no, colon to slow it down and apostrophe to speed it up. Now to change the brightness is to do the boxes. Left box bracket is lower the brightness and it will show nothing, and the closed box bracket is gonna turn up the brightness. Now the greater than arrow to the right is going to change the actual color of it. So we got red, orange, green. Yeah, there are many colors on here since we are using a 16.8 million LED, unlike others which say that they are, but they're actually probably 7 colors. Now the lighting on this keyboard is absolutely amazing. Definitely better than what I expected of a probably a $40 keyboard. Jesus, I'm on my fast light today. As I was saying, there are many lighting options. I think there are 17 to be exact. I need to check that, but we'll just quickly cycle through them. And yeah, one of the problems that I did face using this keyboard is the only way to press question mark on this keyboard, to input it, is pressing FN, shift, and then the question mark. And to use slash is to press FN and slash. That actually switched my scene. Well, we'll try that again. Okay. Anyways, one of the great features of a gaming keyboard should be a Windows lock, which this obviously has. FN and Windows will toggle that. Pressing it will not do anything. Looking at my screen, if you toggle that again, it will work. Now there's a software, like I said, but I'll be installing it after. The way that you actually use the Bluetooth on this machine, the only way to use Bluetooth on this keyboard is to actually unplug it from the keyboard, flipping it around, turning on the switch, and then the RGB should be working even without connecting to anything. We'll just change it so that it's working. There you go. Another way that you pair it is holding FN, Q for Windows, and W for holding down W for 5 seconds will be Apple, E for 5 seconds with FN will be smartphone, but since I'm using Windows it will be Q. So I've tested this out before. The latency on this keyboard, even used as Bluetooth, is very, very minimal. I was able to do a stream on Osu for a while until it started delaying a bit, but the input, even without the wired version, is amazing. But I would not recommend this for competitive at all. So anyways, let's get into the typing test that I guess some of you wanted, because you might like that. So overall, the RK61 is a great budget option for people who are looking for a low price, high quality kind of item that's very budget friendly, honestly, from ranging around 40 to 30 USD depending on which keyboard you'd like to get. Like I said, there are 4 variants, and the ones that are not RGB are actually cheaper than the ones that are actually RGB. So I would recommend getting the one that you'd like the most, the one that actually fits with your setup the most. And one tip that I'd like to say is to actually learn the configuration and the combination keys for the keyboard before actually fully using it, or else you'll get confused. But other than that, it's a utterly amazing and stunning product for budget people and a very low price. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, join the Discord server, which is the first link in the description. And honestly, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.